How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's me, Cams, and Cam's Cole, and welcome back to another daily Chelsea news video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Chelsea versus Liverpool match that's happening at Anfield at 5:30 tomorrow. Today is going to be a predicted lineup for me and a little preview for what I think is going to happen and hopefully what will happen. So without further ado, if you're new here, I'm Cam, this is Cam's Cole, and I do daily Chelsea news videos. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Now, game week 3 starts against a very tough opponent of Liverpool at Anfield at 5:30 tomorrow. Now, there's many layers to this game. It is very, very important for multiple reasons, numerous reasons in fact. Number one is that Liverpool are the same run of form as us, unbeaten, third in the table, we're second. Whoever plays this game is gonna drop points, so whether that be a draw, the person wins, you lose, you get what I mean. This will affect the table, and I hate using this term lightly, it's probably the biggest game of the season so far. There's only been 4 games, but if you include the Super Cup 3, there's only been a couple games, but the matter is, it's an important game, it's a must-win game, because we're not the only unbeaten team as well, so to lose and drop points at this early stage when we want to go for the title this year would be very important. So without blah blah blah, let's start in goal. Now this is probably the easiest position of them all because unless Mendy gets hit by a bus, I'm pretty sure he's in there. So I'm just going to say Mendy, 27 clean sheets from 47 games, sorry, something like that. He's made a lot of clean sheets. So of course I've got to say, like I always do, the formation is the same. It's a 5-back like we always do. So to start with, right wing back, left off from Arsenal game, hopefully Reece James. For me, if it wasn't Lukaku's debut, I think Reece James deserved to get man of the match. A goal and assist from right back as well as a clean sheet. Very good. Some people in fantasy who had him, like my brother, did well. 18 points, great. But for the centre back 3, I'm going to go bold and do the exact same. I think is going to be than it was at Arsenal. Dave, Christensen and Rudiger as the 3. Now you might be thinking, why not Thiago Silva come in? Because although I'm pretty sure he's fit right now and he's finally recovered from that journey from Brazil, I think to put him in the deep end wouldn't be such a great idea, especially against Liverpool, who do have good attackers in Jota, Salah and Mane. I think it would be maybe expose him. Just wait until after the international break maybe for him to play. But this less about the centre backs because they've not put a footer on this whole season. Most clean sheets in the league, probably going to be most clean sheets this season as well. But left wing back is where it gets interesting. And yes, Marcos Alonso really hasn't done much wrong, but I think it's very different playing a mid-table, shit team like Arsenal to Liverpool, who, as I said, do have quick wingers. So Marcos Alonso wouldn't be great. Ben Chilwell for me. Rogue shout, I know, for the first start in about so long. Gareth Southgate did not give him a whiff, but I'm going to give you a whiff, Ben. I'm going to let you start. That is the 5-back. On to the 2 now. I'm going to change it yet again because the recent awardee of UEFA's men's midfielder of the year, N'Golo Kante, with UEFA's men's best player of the year, Jorginho. Can't really get a better midfield 2 than that in world football, in my opinion. Kante will be soaking up the damage like he does all his career, especially in that Man City game. He just proved us why he is the best in the world at his position. Along with Jorginho, the Regista role, he's made it his own. All the doubters can just leave their stuff at the door. And Jorginho speaks for himself. He's just won UEFA's Men's Player of the Year, so you can't really argue with that. You know what they do. Are they going to do it well? Because, as we know from last time we played Liverpool, they do play a high line. I think those balls over the top from Jorginho too, someone I'm going to mention later, would be vital because I know Van Dijk's back, but he hasn't really been tested by a good team. And our attack is going to be good and maybe expose the fraud for he is. On to the front 3. Now I'm going to start with someone who is got to be in 100% of people's teams. That is Mason Mount. Again, scored the last game we played. He's just really getting into the flow of things. He got the assist to Reece James' goal and didn't really put a foot wrong. No one put a foot wrong against Arsenal. It was quite hard not to put a foot wrong against Arsenal because they don't really do anything. But yeah, Mason Mount for sure. Very good player. We all know that. One of my faves. My favourite. I don't want to push an agenda, but yeah, I think his connection with the striker, Bolingoli, is going to be very important this season. Someone who can give you that pace of the pass like he did in the Champions League final to Kai Havertz. I think Bolingoli is going to thrive off that. So without just beating around the bush, yes, up top, very simply, Bolingoli, Romelu, Lukaku. I think this is going to be the matchup of the week. People want to see Van Dijk versus Bolingoli, but he's going to expose Van Dijk like the fraud he is with his shaky knees. I think, yeah, he can't really fake an illness, can he, like Ben White? I think it's going to be just... You'll see, okay? This will be the first test for Lukaku in the Prem for a long time. Is he up for it? I think he is. Thomas Tuchel bought him to start, unlike other players in Manchester. So, yeah, of course he's going to start. And finally, right forward, yeah, it's going to be Timo Werner. Yeah, boo, get him out of my club. I don't want to hear it. All right, shut it. No. Zip it. All right. Timo Werner. Last season, he scored an offside goal. Yeah, wow, which one? Yeah, against Liverpool. He could have had a brace that game. I think, again, I'm going to go back to their high line. It's going to be very, useful to have pacey player like Timo Werner, and nothing more important for him is to score a goal and set off his season. The partnership might grow between the two. I'm not going to go Kai Havertz, but as with Chelsea, any front three is going to be good enough to beat any team in the world. But I'm just going to go with Timo Werner because I believe in him. I've always got your back, Timo. And if he scores against Liverpool, what a way to go into the international break, score a couple of goals for Germany, come back, the Timo or RB Leipzig. So, that is the team. I'm going to leave it here. The score. Last year, I didn't predict Chelsea to lose a single game. But this year, I do believe, wholeheartedly, not like last year, that we can beat any team in the world. As we've shown, we're the champions of Europe. We're Super Cup winners. Soon to be fucking World Cup winners. Yep. Yeah. Chelsea are going to win. But the score is going to be 2-0 because we don't concede. We score. Liverpool sent packing. Drop 3 points. Chelsea go top of the league. And I'll see you after the game. And I'll break down what I said, which will be the truth. 2-0. Thank you very much. Lukaku goal. Timo Werner goal. And I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.